Hey guys, Orvis25 here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to disassemble your Sjcam Sj5000 camera. So the only thing that you're going to need to actually go ahead and disassemble your Sjcam here is a set of like fine detail work screwdriver set. So this is just a basic $5 set that I bought off of eBay. It has Phillips, some lock screws, some flatheads, and everything else that you're going to need to disassemble your camera. Primarily you're going to need an extremely small flathead to disassemble this, and a very small Phillips. So we're going to go ahead and just open this up, take out my screwdriver, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to need to do when disassembling your camera is take out your SD card in the side. So we're going to go ahead and pull that out and put that to the side. You're also going to need to pop off the battery cover and go ahead and pull out the battery like so. Then we're going to need to take off this front plate. So we're going to go ahead and just take your thumb, and on the inside of the battery compartment you're going to see kind of the lip of the front cover. Go ahead and just pull it off, and you'll kind of see that it starts to come apart. Go ahead and just follow it around on all sides with your finger, and it's going to go ahead and pop right off, no problem. Go ahead and put that to the side. And now we have the lens exposed and an exposed circuit board for the on and off button and the menu button. So you can see here that we have some extremely small Phillips screws going on. We're not going to get to that just yet. We're going to go ahead and flip the camera over, and we're going to need to also take off this back LCD screen cover. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to go ahead and take our screwdriver, and we're going to use the smallest possible flathead that we have, which is going to be a 1.0 flathead. And we are going to go ahead and take the flathead, and this will possibly cause some scratches depending on how careful you are with this. But for me, this wasn't much of a big deal just because it's just the plastic kind of screen on it, so you know it's nothing that's going to affect the actual quality of your video. So you're going to go ahead and take it and kind of jab it in between the back like screen protector plastic piece and the actual regular case like up here on the camera. And we're going to go ahead and take the flathead and kind of shove it in between those two and pull up that corner. So you can see here I'm pulling it up, and go ahead, once you get it there, go ahead and just take it and follow it around with your fingers. Don't just pull it up from one corner, follow it around with your fingers and pull that off. And now we have the cover off. Go ahead and put that to the side. And we have some, again, we have some very small Phillips screwdrivers, Phillips screws in these two corners right here that we're going to need to remove. So we're going to go ahead and remove the flathead, and we're going to go ahead and switch over to a Phillips, and I'm going to go and use a 1.5 Phillips. Go ahead and take out those screws. You're going to have those two screws there. And we're going to go ahead and take our fingernail and just kind of get it under the corner there and pull up this plastic piece that goes around the LCD and gently wiggle it if you can. It's going to be a little difficult, but you're going to have to go ahead and pull that out of there. And now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and put that around my screws so that I know that that goes with those. I'm going to put that to the side and put the screws with it. And now we have our LCD screen. You gotta be really careful with this ribbon cable, because this ribbon cable will snap. We're gonna go ahead and gently pull that out slightly, and we're gonna go ahead and see that it connects to the circuit board right there on this little cable right there. Go ahead and grab this out, go ahead and switch back to your 1.0 flathead, and we're going to gently just pull the cable out of that thing. Go ahead and get the corners, pop that side out, go ahead over here and pop that side out. Make sure that it's as out as you can get, and go ahead and just gently with your finger wiggle that cable until it pops out like so, and you have your LCD screen right here. Go ahead and put that down. I'm going to put that right there. And that's the back. So now we're going to go ahead and flip over to the other side, rotate it back around, and now we're going to go ahead and take out the other screws on the front face. So we're going to go ahead and put our 1.0 flathead back and switch back to our Phillips 1.5, and we're going to go ahead and take out the 5 screws on the front. So we have one in each corner and then kind of one below the lens there. So go ahead and unscrew those. Okay, so now that we have the screws out, we can go ahead and grab onto this little metal piece here, and it's going to kind of pop up, and we're going to flip it over the lens there. Careful not to pull on this because you still have a wire attached to it. And now we can pretty much see most of the exposed circuit board. But we're also going to have to get rid of this plastic piece here where the battery's housed. We have 2 screws on the bottom, and it's probably going to be really hard to see, but there is a screw hidden down in here next to the little circuit board that is going to be for your top shutter button. You're going to have a screw down there that you're going to have to get to. All 3 of these are Phillips, but we're going to go ahead and unscrew those too. Now that we have it out, we can go ahead and gently remove this tray. Be careful of the speaker on the side and the circuit board in the top. You don't want to rip those out. Go ahead and just push those down with your finger while you remove this little tray that houses the battery. And there we go. We have the little tray. Now you can kind of see that I have a screw here, and that this is where the last screw was, but the little plastic clip is kind of chipped off a little. I still have the screw in there. So you will need to get that screw out if you want to avoid chipping this, but I kind of yanked it out in a previous disassembly before I did this video. But I thought I should just mention that you do need to get your screwdriver in there to unscrew that. But you can see that screw is right there. And I've had no problems with this, with that cracked screw. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and slide that back in there if you end up accidentally cracking this like I did during disassembly. Doesn't affect anything. But we're going to go ahead and pull that screw out. Anyway, and make sure you don't mix up your screws here, so go ahead and put these 3 together and put those to the side. So now we have the battery tray off, we have the little speaker exposed, we have the top shutter button right here. Your top shutter button is also right there. You can go ahead and press that through and it'll pop off. I'm going to not do that currently. So now we have the circuit board exposed and the camera lens. And if you need to remove this camera lens, what we're going to do, and I'm going to show right here, is we are going to remove these 2 screws on the side right here. Those are the only 2 screws holding the camera lens in. Then we can go ahead and gently grip the lens, and we can pull it right out of the socket there. So we can see we have a little connector for the lens there. We can go ahead and put the lens over there. And mine has the Scotch tape covering up the HDMI, the mini display port, and something else under there that I haven't been able to identify. But there we go. So now we have a completely exposed circuit board. And we can go ahead and just use our finger, and on the back side go ahead and just gently push up on this. It's going to pop out on the side that is opposite of the HDMI and everything else, and it's going to kind of pop out a little, and we're going to just go ahead and move it like this, angle it, grip the board, gently pull out to the side, and we're going to go ahead and pop the board out of the frame. So now we have the frame right there and the completely disassembled circuit board. So there you go, guys. That's how to completely disassemble your Sjcam. If you need to know how to assemble this thing, go ahead and just watch this video in reverse, and there you go. I will have a link in the description for a later video. When this is posted, I probably won't have it up, but it will be in the description. I will be doing a microphone mod for this Sjcam, and I'm going to be doing the Sj4000 microphone mod to have an external microphone port built in to your camera so that you can use whatever microphone you want instead of the microphone on this circuit board. So if you want to see that video, go ahead and check it out in the description, because you are going to need this video on how to disassemble your Sj5000 camera. Alright guys, well thanks for watching my video. If you guys want to go ahead and get some really cheap games, go ahead and click on my icon in the bottom right here. Remember to follow me on Twitter, and make sure that you don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Want to watch my latest video? Go ahead and click right here.